Hello, everybody. I think I'm all connected. I'm back. Weekly stream. I almost didn't do Temtem today. There's like a couple other things I actually had ideas to do. If queues are really, really slow, I might actually swap it up today. But I also wanted to play Temtem as long as there's people around. And usually this is like the best time to queue, so I hope there is. If anyone's curious what the other ideas I was considering doing was, one of them was I've recently come across itch.io, which is apparently a website that a lot of game developers use to upload their like very like early beta tests and just like test games and stuff. And I mean that's what I'm kind of planning to do with Magnamon, which is my test game once I finish that up. And so I thought, maybe I'd go and try out some other people's games and maybe give some feedback because I kind of hope people do that for me, but I didn't know how great a stream content that would be. And plus, a lot of stuff on the website either looks like very, very simple things, or a lot of things are actually also re-uploads from like older games that have died, just like a re-upload of code. So it's not something I was going to do today, but maybe another time. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. And then also TFT, Teamfight Tactics, had an update this week, and oh my goodness, I've been addicted. I have like played TFT since it first came out, and I've had lots of fun. I don't have a stream set up for it yet, and I also enjoy playing double up with a couple friends of mine, and none of them are on today, so I decided I wasn't going to do that either. So today we got some more Temtem. Hello, Blue Steel, welcome. Just got to pick up a radar real quick, because I've gone through 2 Zyzar radars now with no hits, so it's obviously time for... No, I mean... Basically, whatever radars I've been going for lately are ones... Where is it? I'm usually go for Tems that I'm using on my team that I don't have Lumas of yet. Today is going to be Inky. So some of you remember my whole damage team, which I played a couple seasons ago. And it was kind of an idea where I would have a really slow, tanky, toxic Chromion that I'd pair with a max speed 2-wire, so I could do a Faraday Cage into a Sinner Typer Venom spread. I also had Toxic Ink on an Orphill, and the whole idea was just to deal like as much damage as I possibly could. And it was a lot of fun. I think I even ran it in one of the TemCS tournaments. But I don't think I did super well. It is a little gimmicky, and it's stuff like Chamomile, Bait, and Toxic types in general counter it pretty badly. But since then, there has been a little bit of a boost in Grandpa getting a little bully boost. It's now 30% damage. So that definitely helps, because I can do something where I just like pair 2-wire with Grandpa, and even if Faraday Cage doesn't have synergy, it still applies Isolate, which would inflict a status in order for Grandpa to get the bully boost. I've been running this exact Grandpa set on my other team over here lately, but I kept losing to Chaotico like over and over and over, and I got frustrated, so I made another team, and then I still lost to Chaotico, but that's okay. He has some pretty cool teams, and I'm not going to like completely change my team up just to counter him. I'm still just making teams to have fun. But as far as the rest of the team goes, this is still my generic Rolder. I like Rolder plus Obi plus Chromion as just kind of a core on a team. I think having a couple Digitypes is really valuable right now when there's so many sleep teams around. Being able to threaten those with super effective damage is very nice. And then Rolder's just kind of like, it's my Earth type, but it is also just if I need a tanky pivot sort of thing. Grandpa also pairs well with Obi because Obi can pass the Fake Beard, which gives Grandpa a lot more staying power, and it also applies Burn with Plasma Beam for Bully to proc. Saipat has Toxic Ink, which can help with both Bully and Venom spread, which is nice. It's also just a great move to click if you think your opponent's going to swap. Orphill, I don't know what the optimal Orphill spread is. Actually, I meant to check before I logged on, but I wanted to make sure that Orphill can live a Feather Gatling from, I believe it's Tuvine that has the highest attack Feather Gatling in the game. I don't even know where I got this breakpoint of 73 from. Oh, I think it was just fill. Yeah, it was just fill HP after I reached the speed breakpoint of 273, which is 1 point faster than, well, I guess 2-wire, but you know. It's 1 point faster than 2-wire, so that if I want to hit a neutralized target with my Noxious Bomb, I can still get that off before I would throw like a Synergy Faraday Cage and potentially push that off. Pretty niche situation that I would need to do that. I'd have to be up against an Earth or a Crystal with these two in lead, but you never know. And then lastly, we got Inky. It's actually a physical Inky. I give physical Inky a lot of crap. I think for a long time I've thought special Inky was just straight up better. But I've played a few games with this team, and it's actually been performing very well. Way better than I thought. Because, like, Sharp Stabs is a bit on the weaker side with actual BP damage. But with Fizzmaster and Max Attack, it's pretty nuts. You just gotta find one. You either need to be able to threaten something out on the turn you bring Inky in, or have a good pivot, and then Inky really just starts rolling with his holds off. Mineral Hail is just a spread nuke. Piezo's for a stronger and electric stab option, or prio option, and Sharp Stabs is just, yeah. And Sparkling Bullet, it's definitely on the weaker side. I could have Slingshot onto the Inky, but I really want Taser because, one, it helps Inky's survivability a lot more, so it can get those holds off a lot safer. But it also provides, like, bully bonus, and it's just extra chip as well. Stuff like Chimerian is very common, and it's not unlikely for people to swap in a Chimerian to an Inky to eat an electric move. So by having Taser, I can do that extra 6.3% true damage, which probably isn't enough to really matter. But if I can outspeed a Chimerian with my other slot, then maybe the chip damage plus Sharp Stabs plus whatever my other slot does would be just enough in order to put that Chimerian in knockout. So I could swap. It's definitely some things to swap around. It's not like a perfect team by any means. I still kind of wonder if War Drum would be better on Orphill, because it's not. I haven't even clicked Sharp Leaf much at all, and even with Sharp Leaf, I've only clicked it a couple times. It's kind of a niche situation for it, where you really only want to click it against Earth types or even Crystal types, because they'll resist the toxic moves. Where's my other one? Sure. Because they'll resist the toxic moves and you can still hit them super effective, so that's kind of the whole thing there. Alright. Double Mashuk for heli kicks in order to take down the Inkies. I guess, is there a warp that's actually closer? I don't feel like walking the whole way. Yeah, it's not really. We'll queue up though. I don't know how fast queues are going to be today. Like I said, I tried to stream at like the most popular, the most popular time for people to play during the week, which is like my time, 2 o'clock on a Saturday, because this is just, I don't know, it must just, I think it's early enough that EU is still awake and late enough that most of the US is awake. Chromia. Oh no, I picked the wrong team. I've been clicking this team for so long. No, I'm sad. So, cause this definitely looks like a stall team, and so having my other team would have been perfect because it just outputs so much damage. I am now very sad because this just wasn't what I wanted to play at all. And not to mention the whole game plan for this team is different. So I was like, I wired in my brain that like I'm ready to play, and I'm gonna remove 2 Tems from this team if I remember, just so that I don't accidentally click it again. Probably just like the Roller and the Grandpa, because I have those spreads saved on my other team, so that I don't have to worry about accidentally clicking it again. Pick your Tattaru, pick your Tattaru, pick your Tattaru. This specific lead on this team is meant to beat Tatterus, so I really hope he picks it. Please. Please. Come on. Yeah, man. No. No. Yes. Yes. I don't think I've ever even shown off this kind of like combo. It's specifically for Shuin Tateru. I don't even know if it'll work all that well. I haven't gotten to try it out a whole lot, but like I don't mind because it's just like I said, I didn't mean to play this team. Man, I'm still kicking myself. Argus, hello, welcome. Also, I missed you rocking out to the cassette piece, Blue Steel, but yeah, it's definitely like one of the best soundtracks in all of gaming. I love the cassette piece soundtrack. Probably don't even want roller all that much this game, but it's nice to have a backup option for mix with Rockfall. Because these three right here have spread moves. And having 3 spread moves is really good against mix. Okay. So normally with this type of team, the Saipat is a little bit slower than like your typical like anti-Hedgen Saipat spreads. So I'm hoping that my Aohi is actually going to be faster, and if I can get the hold off of Phantom Whiplash, should I be able to get that up and knock him out. So we'll get to see how well this lead works or doesn't work. It's a fat burner Shuin, so it may take a little more damage than I'm hoping for. Or it might be a little bit faster than I'm hoping for. But it also might take more damage, so it might be alright. No fluid barrier, even though my entire team is special at minus roller. I wonder if he knows my plan. Typically the plan is to trap the Tateru in with handcuffs. Have the Shuin waste its turn fluid barriering and raging, and then just click reset, and then the Tateru is just kind of stuck. And then the Tesla prison is normally to prevent or to allow me to get an allergic spread off on the Shuin before it gets to move. But this one's fat burner. It's not the typical double screen set, so that's not quite going to be how it works. It does take a lot of damage there. Yeah, but even -1 I didn't outspeed, which does suck. He's just keep going for the Obi. It will barely take me down, but that's okay. I was able to get a lot done before it did. Alright, this is really good for Aohi, because I can burn the Tateru twice in a row, and that will not only reduce its damage, but also take it out from the talisman. Well, actually the Shuin's going to be faster. Or the Aohi's going to be faster and it won't get burned this turn. So I'm actually going to click Jinx Whisper. Try and put the thing to sleep. It'll also help if he swaps, as long as it's not like a Nidrasil swap in. And there's also the possibility that he does swap in Mix here. I think it's unlikely, but it is possible. I don't know if a Fiery Soul plus a Hypoxia would kill the Nidrasil if he decides to swap that in for, say, the Shuin right now. But I don't think it matters too much if he would. He does. Double swap. Is this to the mix? It is. Dang. He predicted my turn exactly. Like, he could not have played that any better. Heavy armor. I don't know. I don't know what the Nidosul is going to do. I don't know if it's going to allergic spread or if it's just going to like side spores or toxic ink or Nox bomb. I don't even. I doubt it would bark shield or anything stupid like that. I kind of want to keep Auhi in here. I think Lawali's still valuable. I'm going to swap in Rolder. I could have swapped in Grandpa, but I don't want Grandpa to take that much damage, honestly. Didn't think he'd go for the mental move. I thought he'd go for the Crystal Spikes for sure. I'm very surprised by that decision. There is no allergic spread. Alright, I'm going to Fiery Soul and Rockfall now. Not like the best thing I could do. But now the mix is at least in range where it'll take a lot of damage to whatever special move I use on it. If he is to swap in Psypat, I do have Phantom Whiplash up, so it'll probably be down to what kind of speed he has on his Psypat. Yeah. He's not skipping a beat. My Jinx Whisper is, or my Adept Shot is messed up, unfortunately, now. Bark Shield, that doesn't matter too much because I'm planning on hitting the thing with a Phantom Whiplash. Yeah, I'm one short. I'm supposed to be 63 stam. Ah, that hurts. That one definitely hurts. We'll just double in just in case, but my resources are dwindling. It's going to be tough. He's still got the Tataru in the back. It doesn't have the attack up, and it doesn't have Major Slash off hold. But it's still going to be really tough. Ah, dang, I'm so sad I picked the wrong team. But this guy's also really playing well. He's probably swapping a mix here, and no, he swaps into Shmeen. Do get the Ignis proc, but that was my best way of dealing with Psypat. I didn't really think he'd swap. He must really be slow if he didn't even want to try and throw like a Venomous Claws and take me out. He's calced perfectly for his rotation, so he didn't OX there. Yeah, I think this one I'm just toast. I've like every single turn on Auhi, I've done practically nothing. And I need to do something. Who can I sack health on? I guess it has to be Grandpa. Yeah, because if I keep Auhi alive, I can at least use it as a little bit of a late game sweeper. It can kind of deal with Tataru. It can deal with Mix, Nidrasil. Right now, Psypat's the biggest issue, and Lawali is my best way to deal with it. Problem is, right now, if he doubles into the Auhi slot with, like, a Nicho and a Toxic Ink, that would be horrible. I don't get to do anything I want to on Grandpa if that's the case. I think that's towards the Grandpa. Yeah. Oh, he just allergic spreads, right? That's an option too. On the bright side, this is about as good as I could have asked for. Because right now he has to... He'll have to sack Psypat if he wants to kill Grandpa. And if he doesn't, he's going to have to swap into something that's going to have to eat a couple hits. I'll get Bully Boost on the Hurricane if he swaps. Worst case scenario, he goes to Tataru. Which is probably also the most likely scenario. He gets Resilient and Major Slash. And he'll get to keep his Psypat alive. No, he does go for the mix. Oh, he double swaps. Okay. Not what I was expecting there. I believe the mix will go down here. But the Tataru is going to be just fine. It should be in range to die to a Fiery Soul now. After the burn, so that's good. Grandpa will get one more move off. Brings in the Psypat again. Interesting. So I am going to Tornado this slot. And then also throw a Plague. I feel like he's baiting me. He's just going to swap to his Ninja Cell. This should cover that. He ran out of time. I don't even know if he made a move on his other Tem. Either that's a slow Tataru or he didn't move. Yeah. Oh, my grandpa lived. I don't think that's a good thing. I guess it's not bad. It depends on if my Lawali can live a Nox Bomb plus a... Maybe it's just a really slow Tataru. Base speed Tataru, maybe? Not quite sure. Maybe we went for Spores, not even Nox Bomb. I'm not quite sure what that play was, but that was very interesting. I didn't think I was gonna win that one, but we got him. So GG. All right, now I will hopefully play the correct team. We are also like just a couple wins away from Legend, so that's cool. Alright, dismiss. Dismiss. No, I can't accidentally pick that one. GG indeed. D1, D3, yeah. It seems like most people that are actually playing the ladder actually get decently high ranked. So it's kind of nice that when you do play matches, it does feel like you're gaining TMR or whatever, ranking. Feels like the last couple seasons that really wasn't the case. Maybe it's just because there's so few people playing. Did I queue up again? No, I forgot. Yeah, it's just the average TMR of the person actually playing is much higher, so you're able to rank up faster. Nice. Quick queues, always good. Almost feels like the good old days of Temtem. Infinitus. Okay. I forget what my team's weaknesses are. I think I've got four electric weaknesses. So that Ragnet and even the Zalbian look pretty tasty. I think I'm just going to take out the Ragnet, because also I have a couple electrics that I want to be able to use to threaten out stuff like the Nagais, Zalbian, and even Lowaddle. Something I've also found a lot of use out of with this team is actually using the isolate part of Faraday Cage on 2-wire. Because if a Digi team does not ban 2-wire, I'm able to pick that into just about any Digi lead, eat the double in, hit one slot with the isolate, and hit the other slot maybe with like a Tesla Prison if I've been leading Obi when I can, so that I will outspeed using both on the next turn. What do I want to lead with first, though? Let's actually lead with the Obi first. It's a good general lead. Compare with just about anything. I don't want to first pick 2-wire in like almost any situation, because that actually gives my opponent a much better chance to do their lead. Because if I pick, really interesting. Very interesting. I guess I just go Orphill. Because if they know that their Tem's going to be neutralized, they can pick whatever they want without worrying about weaknesses. They would very easily be able to go stuff like Lowaddle and Nagais if they knew that they didn't get punished for it. Alright. The bird is looking pretty threatening now. Now he's taking out my water type. Because I can't just brute force through it with my wind types like I'd normally do. I'll pick 2-wire for sure. I think it's going to be valuable this game. Even though he gets a lot of value out of it, I think I'll get just as much, if not more. Chromion will be nice as well, just because it can hit a lot of stuff super effective. But now I don't know what I want for the last slot. Both of these are good. Grandpa will be better against something like Tortonite, but be worse against Zalbian. Roller will be better against both of these, but be worse against whichever one he picks last. We're going to go with Grandpa. Fits the theme a bit more. Oh, I just realized, is this going to be like the striking combo? I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking the dude picked double Yowler. Oh well. We can manage. Ha! I didn't even think about that. Oops. It was all planned, I promise. I'm on the wrong page. Oh, we pretty much just ignore the Mimit. So the nice thing about striking Mimit, if he does pick his own Yowler, is he won't be able to Savage Suplex. Well, no, he would be able to Savage Suplex into a Handcuffs. And that wouldn't be fun. I was thinking he wouldn't be able to, but no, he definitely can. He stole my Obi and swapped here. Fortnite. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was definitely his best play. I didn't know if he'd go for it, though. I thought he might force the double Yowler, and I wanted to be prepared for that. He's got Reactive Vial. Him actually stealing my Obi is a lot more problematic than I think I was initially worried about. Ah, oh, shoot. I didn't think about that combo. I should have reset and into Hypno. Because now I outspeed and I just wake it up. I was thinking I'll outspeed, I'll Tesla it. I didn't think about him Teslaing me. I thought he would like Plasma Beam. Yeah, that's the worst way that could have gone. I wanted to put it to sleep and slow it down so that I could bring in Chromion next turn and hit it with a Microwaves. Oh, that's terrible. I don't know how fast that Mimit is. So I was expecting it to be a slow, bulky Mimit. Usually these Yowler combo ones are just like 500 HP and like 250 in split defenses. At least as far as I know. Maybe there's some amount of speed. Usually I don't think it's too much though. But this one definitely has significant speed. Like Cube, hello, welcome. Alright, we're gonna Hurricane here. He might just bush, which is fair. I probably lose this one. I completely wasted my turn 1 and 2. Like I just first 2 turns of the game were just gone. Even the third one was so not in my favor. Straw Shield does work through Nullify. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it does. It's kind of a weird interaction. Get some good damage on the Obi there because of the bully. Ooh, Tort Garden. Alright, that does kind of suck. I do have reset on 2-wire, but I just got the +2 speed, so I really didn't want to use it. I don't have any other great options to deal with that. I'm just going to use Hypoxia here, save a little bit of stamina. Still have Tornado up just in case he swaps in Zalbian. I'm pretty sure Hypoxia would still kill from this range. But it potentially wouldn't. It is a Tortonite. But I'm also a max speed grandpa. It's so good if I had turbo. Well, I'm doomed, so it's like I'd have to wipe it. He swaps in the Yowler now, okay. Fair. Mom's lunch. Yeah, that's not good. But he also just gave himself my bully boost, so... Yeah, 4x on the 2-wire hurts. I'm also -2 speed, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to even get this reset off. Even if I do, he'll probably just Electro Punch here. He's probably just going to swap to Lowaddle and Electro Punch, and then I'll be toast. Yeah. Yeah, I was doomed from the start. I did not play this one well. I needed a... Yeah, I was really playing for double Yowler. I'm really surprised he didn't go for it. But it obviously was the right play because then he didn't have to... worry. But yeah, game's over. GG. Not for Grandpa, but for 2-wire. I mean, the 2-wire... Yeah, I guess it would have appreciated the speed. And he has an attack on the Lowaddle too. Ah, this is on almost his 3 of his Tems completely resist Toxic too. And he had Tortonite's Garden on his Tortonite. I think if we ran this back, I think I'd have a much better chance of winning. I completely screwed the lead. Like I said, you can't waste 2 turns on a team like this, like I did. You need to. Like it's all about dealing damage, and if you're not doing that, you're losing. Like what did I even ban there? I banned the Ragnet? No, that was not the play. Yeah, because I wanted to play around my electrics, and then he just banned my Inky first anyways, so I only had OB anyways. I guess he did have Orange Side, which probably benefited him a little bit. I should have just banned the... I should have banned the Tort. Or even the Zalbian. And then led with 2-wire plus, like, Chromion or something. That would have been my best bet for sure. I'm going to take a really quick water break here. I'll be right back. Like, just like a minute. Now that I think about it, I don't even know what the Lowaddle was doing on that team. Because he didn't have a slowdown user. So you couldn't just like do sleep shenanigans. So like it could have been sleep control to kind of pair with Naga. But it seemed like a really strange team to do that with. Because that team usually is just, it looks like it's just trying to utilize priority. But, I mean, it beat me, so it must have worked, but... I kind of hope we match again later. Him getting my own Obi definitely hurt too. I guess the speed control really did end up helping him out because I would have outsped him had it not been for those Tesla prisons. Would have been able to get the reset off, save my grandpa. I would have outsped before I Tesla prison. Oh, yeah, I completely screwed up the turn 2 as well with the Tesla and waking up from the sleep. Oh, it's just that like everything in that game was a mess. Oh. Oh, they can spawn over here too. Alright, I guess I'm... Did I queue? Maybe not. Thanks for the reminder. I was too focused on getting to the cave and getting back. I was gonna say, why haven't I found a match yet? Queues were real quick. Yeah, definitely forgot. 3, 2, 1. Well, I guess I got into an encounter. It'll probably pull me into a match right away, though. But, I don't know. Nope. Not quite that fast. Yeah, I mean, so Inky was one radar I've really been putting off just because of how expensive the egg moves have been in the past. Because Thunderstrike used to be one of the most expensive. Tesla Prison then jumped up and surpassed it to be like the most expensive in the game for a little while. And it's not like Chain Heal's been cheap either. And it needs all 3, plus Pickpocket, which definitely the cheapest one out of all of them, but it's still gone up in price ever since 1.0 released and you were able to actually buy radars for Inky. Because Inky is one of the most popular Tems in the game, for sure. But after I got baited into buying a Thunderstrike ETC or 2 during the Mental Week, because I thought they were going to be, the Mental Sci Park Week is like a month or 2 ago. But people ended up just not doing Sci Park that week, and even if they did, they just didn't buy the ETCs for them. And so I never was able to sell them for more than I was hoping. And so now I'm just kind of stuck with 2 Thunderstrike ETCs, which I don't have Mental or Inky yet, so it's fine, but I do have the one on my Arachnet already, which kind of sucks. How many wins do you think I am away from Legend? I don't know. I probably would have been like 2 or 3 had I not lost that one, but now that I lost, I really couldn't even guess. It's probably like 5 or 6. Maybe less if it's against higher ranked opponents. Like what rank is the Infinitus? D3, D2. So I mean, I probably didn't lose too much from that then. But I also could have gotten a lot if I had one. But it might slow down here. I don't know why. Spooky Circles. It's interesting because Legend 1, 2, and 3 are all one game apart, so once you get up there, you're pretty close to the top. Really, that's surprising. I guess there's really just not anyone playing ladder nowadays. I mean, I play a few games a day. It's because I'd like to get my daily wins. And this team has been fun. I have been playing it like all week. But I'm still learning and still kind of swapping stuff around. Like, you may have noticed on my grandpa, I don't have Hypnosis or even Turbo. I have 4 wind attacks. Which, the reason for that is just because I never found a good time to click Hypnosis. It ended up being a dead slot. So I just today swapped it to Gust. I don't know if it's gonna stick, but having a second prio option is nice. And also, the way I think about it is the very high prio moves, the 3 arrows and a plus. It's a 1.75 speed boost, which is actually the same as +3 speed, which is the resilient boost that Tataru gets. So if I get into a situation where Tataru has resilient up and Grandpa has holds off and I have synergy, I'm asking for a lot, but if that's the case, I could outspeed it. It'd also have to be slower than my Grandpa though, and that's probably not going to happen. Seems like most people either invest like 0 speed or max speed on their Tatarus. I don't know that for sure. Maybe people are finding some good middling speed break point, but it doesn't seem like I can consistently outspeed no matter what. So is the Grandpa slow? It's 232, so I'll leave that for you to judge. It's only like 200 speed investment. Grandpa still takes a ton of stamina TVs. I can't even click on the spread because it cancels my Q, but I wouldn't say it's slow, and it does have Hurricane, and I have 3 Digis, so it's pretty regular that I'm able to get the speed boost off. On tempo speed control is probably the most broken thing in the game right now. It's hard to say when there's not even enough. Well, there's nobody even playing meta teams. Because when I'm seeing Lowaddle out of half of my games just because nobody's running like a well-built team to punish it, then it's just, I'm not going to go and throw 3 electric or Digis on my team. Wait, I do have 3 Digis, but that's mainly for anti-sleep. But I'm not going to do that specifically to counter Lowaddle. It's just, I can't, I couldn't even tell you what is good or not, like, super confidently right now, just because I don't know. We don't have enough people playing the game, and there's no competitive setting that people are really trying super hard in. Like, the Just Play tournament didn't even happen today because apparently literally nobody signed up. I was busy right like at well, 2.5 hours ago, and I believe the tournament would have gone until then. Or if the tournament would have lasted longer than 2 hours, I wouldn't have been able to make it. So I didn't sign up because I didn't want to put pressure on myself. And if I was winning, that would have felt really bad if I had to leave like during the grand finals or something. But it didn't happen anyway, so I guess it'll just be next week. But that's about the closest we get to and seeing what the actual meta is. Besides like the Tatter teams everywhere, yes. I mean, but even like, I don't think Lowaddle's that great of a counter to Tataru. You just use any other mental. Like, why Lowaddle? Like, it got Straw Shield. I think that's why some people are kind of playing around with it. It's cool to see. I'm glad Lowaddle is seeing some use, but it's not like a normal thing. If we were playing, if the TemCS was still around and people had normal teams, you'd still see stuff like Platimus Tolkien everywhere. Like, you never want to eat an Aquatic Whirlwind on your Lowaddle. Like, Gazuma is still, like, probably top tier. Like, Lowaddle doesn't want to stay in against a Gazuma. eat a 4x, even if with Straw Shield, you're still taking a ton of damage, and then you're going slower. You're just going to get beat down the next turn. Lowaddle doesn't really do anything more than it used to. It's just that there's less people playing serious teams to counter it. And I mean, that's kind of stuff in general. Like, a lot of the stuff Chaotico's beating me with, I'd be very curious to see how it performs in a more, like, meta setting. I love his teams. I think they're super cool and creative. But I still fully believe that Ventil is underpowered. I don't think it's good. And I mean, like, I could be wrong. Like, I don't know. Kind of like, I could pull up the replays, or at least like look at them. Yeah, I mean, like, you got quad electric weakness here, and you only have 2 things that actually hit electrics on this team, which is Zenarith and Acronox. So if you ban the Zenarith and pick like Gazuma, you just destroy this team. So he's forced to ban like Gazuma, and if you have anything more than 1 electric, I think he'd struggle. And like I said, it's not like to put down his team building, but if this is the team I'm consistently losing against, it's not like I'm going to modify my team to beat this, because I'm not going to see that very much. He did swap some stuff around, but he's still got 4 electric weaknesses, but he does have at least another crystal in this variation. I don't think I faced him since then, but... And he's also using, like, water cannon, and there's not enough people using toxics. But he does have at least a few wins to counter them, which is fair. A lot of people do actually modify their team to beat 1 person. I know. And when you see, like, a lot of people that are playing slower teams, then yeah, like, sleep teams are going to be more prevalent. And then people speed up their teams. And then other people slow down their teams to beat the faster teams. Like, and it's still weird. Like, that Infinitus's team that we just faced, I feel like if you were to go back in just last meta or even any metas before that, I feel like that Mimit spread would have had little to no speed. I don't think I would have gotten outsped by that by like when he copied my Obi in most situations. But because the meta isn't like you can't go full bulk, you got to have some, I don't know, it's just like you can't prepare for everything. So people are going for really unorthodox spreads and moves and teams just because you have to cover such a wide variety of teams right now. And it's like nobody's really playing meta because I feel like people just don't care about winning that much. Like I hardly ever see Tolkien, Gazuma, Platamus teams anymore. I see this. Alright, I think I'm gonna ban the Garunder, but let me check to make sure. Nobody's playing double electric. Even if people did, UDC solid counterplay, even if he doesn't have hard chart answers. But he's only got like 2, like he's got like a defensive pivot in Amphitheater. And then that's just saying the 2 types that he's weakest to. I never like stacking more than 3 of the same weakness on a team. Unless there's like a specific scenario, like something like 2-wire, you can almost ignore its type chart just because its ability literally nullifies everything. I mean, I think I just go Chromion here. He doesn't really have a whole lot. Finally learn about what they're running, they change their team by then. It do be like that. No Saipat. probably just going to be Moments, but I'm just checking to make sure. Not picking Roller this game. Roller doesn't have enough to keep up. Moments I can't hit super effective. Adoro I can hit with Inky and Grandpa. We'll pick Grandpa first, but I'm definitely picking Orphle and Inky in the other 2 slots. Finally learned, yeah, it's just... I was facing a Taifu the other day. It was safe retreat. Like, I don't know if it was this one or if it was a different one. But it was a Taifu on a stall team that had safe retreat, and it had multiple coverage moves. Like, it had both Hypoxia and Dust Vortex, which is very surprising to me because you still want Leech for the healing. You want probably Gaia for the stamina sustain and for the healing. It's about your only other way to heal outside of Leech. But I don't know why you wouldn't run Bark Shield if you're running a team so slow. It was very strange. I mean, I still won because it didn't do any damage. It was like no special attack invest. But it still caught me off guard. Alright. Does he have a Toxic in the back? He does, but who cares? Ooh, yikes. How much defense invest does that Volpy have? Oh, of course. It doesn't die to the poison ticks by like 2 health. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because of that, but what item? I don't even know. Be real surprised if that Volpy doesn't swap, so that's why I assumed it was relatively safe to go into, or to go for the binary flood here just for some extra damage. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's tinfoil hat, of course. Because why wouldn't it be? Strangle. Exact thing we were just talking about comes up right this time. Yeah. Not surprised though. What happens? Because like I just have the overwhelming advantage in this matchup. It is a Hypoxia on Chromion, but that like I'm a bulky Chromion because I'm meant to be slow for venom spread purposes. I'm about to hit him with the reset. And then he'll forfeit. Yeah, tinfoil hat. Because I mean, I don't like those items. I feel like tinfoil hat's about at the right power level. But it's also at the same time, why are we not revealing all items and only specific ones? Like, at this point, let's just reveal all items. Double kill. Unless he double swaps. Thought he was going to strangle me. I mean, he didn't have ad shot. If he did instead of tinfoil hat, well, he would have died, but he would have been able to strangle me. Frightening, so that's interesting. Yeah, GG. Matchup was definitely in my favor there. Stall team against pure aggro is just like impossible to win. I feel like, especially since I also have so much damage in the form of toxic ticks there. It was just tough for him. Stall team against Mize in particular. Yeah, this one is. And yet I was running a variation of this team in the Temtem CS, like I said, like way back when. And I think Tsubaki beat me with a stall team, so. Maybe with the Grandpa edition we were a bit stronger, but. Some really good aggro matchups. Yeah. Some, I guess, there definitely would be. If you can survive long enough to get the... Or so that they run out of stamina, and then you can get a little bit of space to work, I could definitely see it. I know I've lost to stall teams playing other faster, aggressive teams. Plenty of times. It's just this one is so ruthless. Minus Roller. I still like... What kind of earth types could I replace Roller with? Because it's definitely slower paced. It has its use, for sure. It's not like I dislike... Even if he doesn't ban 2-wire, I just pick Orphil then. Orphil Chromion. And I don't know what he does. Yeah, because I mean, your faster earth types consist of Volcrane, Mudrid, and Drakash. And none of those are really what I'm looking for. I mean, maybe I could afford Drakash because I've got so many counters to... water, because I've got like Amphibian Psypat, Orphil, Toxicromion, Inky, sort of Obi, but you know, maybe Roller's good, because I just remembered that when I first started with Roller, the whole idea was to pair Roller with Cycrox, because Cycrox can cover all of Roller's weaknesses with super effective damage. But here's the thing, Cycrox shares its typing with another Tem. And it's Toxicromion, and that didn't even occur to me until just now. So technically, I could probably try forcing a Roller Chromion lead and probably have some amount of success. Probably. I don't know for sure. I don't get Cinder type around the Chromion, but if I would swap out Roller, I could at least threaten it. I'm pretty weak to wind with that combo though, because Roller can't hit him super well and neither can Chromion. But if I ever face a lead that's something like Ukama, that probably has Chamomile to avoid Venom Spread shenanigans. And something that's not an electric type, maybe it could work. But I don't know. It basically just be a lead against camo Tems. I feel like it's just not great. And even if it does lose to wins, if I can manage to get Tardy Rush off or at least Earthbreaker hold and then pivot into an electric type, I couldn't get Earthbreaker. Well, electric type Earthbreaker, nuke the winds, nuke the winds. I haven't been able to do that much with this team. I really just don't pick Roller all that often, but it is nice to have in some matchups. It's usually nicer in the aggro matchups, but because it has so many weaknesses, it usually can't do too much. I guess maybe mid-range is probably where it shines most. Against teams that have like a Chimerian, I don't have great ways to hit a Chimerian, and Chimerians usually have bait, so it's not like I can abuse the Toxic Ticks or Bully. And even like a Nox Bomb from Orphil, probably, it usually only does about 40% to a Chimerian, which is nuts. Like, Chimerian just has that much bulk. It's kind of insane. Like, I'll take any damage I can get, but normally what I'd want to do into a Chimerian lead is pick some Toxic and then, like, Grandpa, so that I can use Toxic Ink into bully sort of thing. But it never really works out that way. I end up usually getting one or two hits off on the chim, something dies, and then I need something else to finish it off, and usually that's roller. Like to do against Shimmer is launch it and toxic take it through bait. So much better than you'd expect. No, I don't doubt that. Like toxic takes against Chim is really valuable just because its defenses are nuts. I though have like never used lunch effectively ever. I think the closest I was when I played the neutrality bulky Barnshee. But even then, that was just kind of a meme that I could just throw in and just get it to do stuff rather than actually having success. It was just the sheer amount of exhaust I was able to get out. But I end up hurting myself more than others with the lunch, more than I'd like to admit. So, alright, so this guy banned the 2-wire. He's got a Tataru, but I can deal with the Tataru better than I can deal with the Schween. Because Schween will actually block my toxic ticks, and I don't want to deal with that. Problem is, there's a Raiken there. So if anyone's wondering, I'm just playing with the rulers. That's what this is. I'm somebody who fidgets a lot. Let's see. I want something that can do status damage. But these two are weak to Raiken. Snipat's weak to Mashuk. So I'm kind of just left with Obi, which has really underwhelming damage. He'll probably just pick Gazuma here too. Yeah, there's like no reason for him not to. The only good thing about that is I think that I should check, but I think 232 times 0.8, 185 times 1.5 is slower than my Obi. So yeah, that'll be nice. Because if I get Tesla'd on Grandpa, I can do a Plasma Beam into Hypoxia, and then Plasma Beam into Tornado, and then hope that takes out the Tataru. If it doesn't, I'll actually know after the first turn, probably, if it does or doesn't. But if it doesn't, then I'll probably be in rough shape. Because I'm going to be down 2 Tems only to deal with a single being Tataru. Because Rage Tataru is just absurd. This will probably be one of those games I actually do pick Roller. It seems just nasty. I still hate Tataru. And the worst case scenario is Tataru Gazuma. Like Tataru, Shireen, and Gazuma is like the one core I can't break through with any team. Because normally what I want to do is burn through the Tataru with Toxic Ticks. Whether that's Shween's Horn, Toxic Ink from Saipat, or some other form from an actual Toxic. But Gazuma prevents that. Things even Marbles. Come on, get out of here, dude. You're receptive Gazuma and you're running Marbles. Why hasn't that item been deleted yet? Okay. 16%. Oh my goodness, it's a max special attack Gazuma too. I think just the Plasma Beam kills. Pretty sure it does. Yeah, nice. Why wouldn't I reset in NATO? Because then it still gets another hit off. Then it gets the resilient and it still attacks. This I only take 1 burn to Major Slash, which still sucks, but it's better than having to take 2 hits at least. I did consider that though, but you need like a status to kill the thing. I don't feel like, and once I already used the reset, I can't do it again. If I wasn't -1 speed from the Tesla, I could have gone and reset Tornado into Gust, but that wasn't a great option either. Okay, I'm not afraid of Volphy, but this Gazuma is going to be causing me a lot of issues. Binary Flood. That's a very different move. It's a bit late to be getting the special defense raise. I really wish that Rolder ate the Major Slash, but it is what it is. Nice. Super value from Bush. Okay, that's a max speed, max special attack Kazuma? No way! Those don't exist anymore. Let's see. Yeah, I cannot speed a -1 Kazuma with Goring. Yeah, buddy, you didn't launch your side path to eat this. Sorry, but I'm I'm +3. Now I got Tardy Rush up. This is what happens when Tattoo players let their star Tem die. Yeah, I know. I mean, that is pretty common where people just don't know what to do after their Tattoo dies if they don't have so much of a lead. Like, being able to get through Tattoo without any actual casualties is so valuable. Like, I can just ignore the Volphy all game because Orphil can deal with that in a 1v1 all day. Momo will be a bit more of an issue, but Gazuma is still public enemy #1. I'm gonna throw another Tesla Prison at the Saipat slot just in case. Because the other option, I don't know how fast the Saipat is. Usually like I said, the Schween's Tataru Saipats are a bit slower, so I might outspeed it. I just don't know for sure. I don't know how fast this Volphy is either. I'm actually going to rest this turn. Yeah. Okay, I should not have rested this turn. I didn't know if I'd outspeed the Volphy or not, so I didn't want to. Because if it would have outsped and plagued me, it would have. Okay, bud. Well, Volphy's got Adrenaline Shot. Probably doesn't have Sandstorm then. Yeah, it's a very slow side path. That's why I was taking those Teslas so well. Volphy should attack Obi here to kill it. But he doesn't. Goes for the Rolder. OXs and doesn't get the kill. Screw you and your Gazuma. The other thing about keeping Grandpa alive, even at -1, is I know that it can outspeed a typical Momo. So I was never worried about that. Oh, I don't know if the 2 extra damage from goring would have mattered. But that feels so bad. Well, I guess I double into the Gazuma slot because I need this thing to go on. He has to kill Rolder at some point, otherwise it's going to still get value. He does get it here. I think he might OX. Yeah. I'm curious if my Obi can live like a burned double edge from this Momo. Because it's +6. Probably should have swapped in Chromion here just to make sure that my Orpheal doesn't die here somehow. And then I'd struggle against Volphy, but it doesn't matter because Volphy doesn't even have enough stamina to end out this game. Infinite value Obi. Like, it has bush up. If I really wanted, I could swap it out, get fake beard later, and still have bush up. And would not die to OX. But even better, I'm just gonna... Yeah, GG. Alright. GG. Nice. That was my 2 wins in a row. No, don't have to worry about that anymore. It's not that surprising. It was burnt and I was +6. I guess I didn't catch what item it was. I didn't see nut bar. I don't think I saw a res badge. Couldn't tell you what it was. And there's no way I'm going back into that replay to check. If I could watch replays while I'm in queue, that would be great. But I just appreciate that I can actually do something else while I queue. There was another game what game was that? Oh, it was just Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest Monsters. When I was playing that, like, you have to sit in the queue. And after people were just sick of the RNG in that game and stopped playing, the queue started getting really long. And it was also bad early when there's basically like a tutorial rank. It's like wood rank. Or they won't put you up against anyone higher than wood. So unless there's somebody in the bottom rank online at that moment, you have to sit and wait for one to get online. And so you would end up just sitting there for a few minutes doing nothing. Because you couldn't move off the screen even. Which is like, I think that's how most games do it. But it's just something that I can really appreciate that Temtem lets us do a little bit more while we're waiting. Even if it does end up just being radars. So that's something I'd never complain about. Of course, it could be better, but I'm not going to complain about what we already have. Okay, so we get to match against this guy with the correct team this time. I think we beat him last time. I think he kind of threw the match. Ban the Chromion. Fair. Still want to ban the Schween. What you got, bud? What you gonna pick? What you gonna pick? Mix. We'll let Fizzinky do a little bit of shining. See, if this was a special Inky, I'd be in trouble. because I would not be able to win this trade. But it is not a special Inky. And he will find out very fast that he will be very sad. I do have Psypat, which is the ultimate counter to Magmut. What do I want to ban? Tataru? Probably just Tataru. I don't feel like dealing with the Tataru like in any situation, especially if he bans another one of my toxic Temps. Cool combo. Do I one-shot? I'm not really going for a one-shot right now. I'm going to get a little bit of chip on the mix and also the Golzy. I'm going to Sharp Stabs the Golzy slot and then Turbo Attack the mix slot next turn. I think. I guess I'm not sure, because technically a max speed Golzy would outspeed my Inky on turn 2 and be able to one-shot my 2-wire, but I do have Straw Shields, so it depends on what he does. Because I do have options. This is going to be another Orphill game, for sure. Yeah, well, technically I would want Rolder if Mix doesn't die in this lead. BOC turn 1 if I'm faster, probably. Probably. The only thing I'd be worried about is if this is actually a Taser Golzy, and he Taser diffuses the neutralized off of my Inky and then Crystal Spikes. That would kill. That would definitely kill. And then that would also put me in a horrible position in the second match, or second turn. But I'll be able to at least figure out on the first turn. Interesting, no 2-guy pick. Be able to figure out on the first turn if that's going to be the case or not, because the Adrenaline Shot gets revealed. Come on, be Adrenaline Shot. Don't make me think. You know, there were a few options. Reactive Vial was not one of them. I don't think there's any move that this Golzy can click that'll kill me in one turn. Oh no, I burn. See? Burn. Value. Yep, it's a bulky mix, so a 2x Faraday Cage would not have killed it, and neither would have Sharp Stabs. No Slingshot? No, I have Taser for the whole shenanigans on the team. I could probably swap it around. It's not like Taser's a set item, but I'm running it with Taser. I think this will still kill. See, Sparkling Bullet did like 30%. And Sharp Stabs is a little higher BP, 2x. I mean, fair enough. That was about his best swap combo he could have done. He's just gonna side spore now. He is, I think it was Spec Gulp because it didn't proc off of the nut bar. This guy's got 4 Digi Weeks on his team. This is the fun thing about Magma. I know, he doesn't have Reactive Vial on it though. He has nut bar. Like, that's good damage. Even if he does get some back from spores. Block, side spores, Fizz Gulp. He's not Fizz Gulp, he's Spec Gulp. But yeah, that I could have definitely gotten ruined there. I actually want two-wire to die right now. I mean, I'm not in a great spot. I really need Grandpa on the field and with holds off. I was not expecting the bulky Golzy. I wasn't expecting a double swap. I probably should have been, but I definitely wasn't. What, so many sets it can have? Yeah. It's a very weird team. I wonder if he'll swap in his mix into the Nidrasil slot. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Psypat? Sacking the Psypat. That would not have been my guess. He doesn't even have, like, regen ticks. He's actually just losing more health on his Magma by keeping it in the back. I hope this kills. It probably doesn't, though. Yeah, no, it's a really bulky Psypat, too. Everything on his team is so bulky. Ooh, 5 health. Oh, no. No. I really wanted to die there. That hurts so badly. Now he gets a free Bark Shield on anything he wants. Oh. 2 health. Kip, hello. Thank you so much for the sub. How's it going? Good to see ya. You been playing some other games lately? I know last time you think you were playing like Baldur's Gate or something. Up to anything new and fun? Yeah. That was bound to happen. I think I just lose this game. Be kidnapped to play Overwatch. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, and Mr. Bossy, hello, welcome to you as well. I'm winning 100%. I do get Sharp Stabs back up on Inky, which is nice. I have to burn Paizo, which sucks, but I think it's still worth it every time. He could swap into Magma, but I think Magma might even just die. I guess it could be a max speed Psypat and he'd outspeed my Inky, but I don't think so. He seemed relatively tanky. Yeah. As long as I get the Inky into the mix, yeah. I do have Hurricane on the Grandpa, if it comes down to it. Oh, that was close. Saw a clip of the game I'm working on. Well, no, it's okay. It's causing a few confusions. I'm building 2 games effectively. The one that you saw it's just a test game, purely for me to learn about coding because I don't have a darn clue. But the ultimate plan is to make a game that's kind of like Enchanted Arms, which is the one I just did on my YouTube for a while. Is it even worth tornadoing this thing? It's just going to heal. I guess I try, right? So, yeah, I mean, technically, that one is the one I'm working on right now, but it's not the ultimate goal. It's just like a learning experience. I have a whole Discord set up for updates on the thing. So if you're interested, it should be connected to my Twitch. You could check it out. I no, there's no command for it. I meant like there's you should just be able to click on my Twitch channel. It should be right there. I don't have a bot set up or anything for the channel. Probably should, but that's not something I have right now. Might win because of voltaic charge. It's possible. Tink is clutch. Tink helps, yeah. So this is why you run Tink on your side pads. Nobody believes me. Nobody ever believes me. I'm telling you. He Tink into venomous claws. He doesn't have ad shot, so he can't move next turn. Nice. GG. Tink didn't even matter. He would have had to have charged iron filings. That would have been the winning play for him. GG. You've also been working on your game projects? Really? I didn't know you were working on stuff. That's awesome. Let's move to 3D. What you making? Just or like a similar game to compare it to. To get out of this stereo indie pixel art game. I am working with pixel art just because I have no artistic skill. And I'd rather have some really nice looking pixel art than have some kind of choppy 3D animations that just don't look clean. Plus, it's just kind of on the cheaper end because I'm having to outsource pretty much all of it. Amori and Undertale, awesome. Story related, gotcha, gotcha. Well, you'll have to let me know if once you get like a playable beta or anything out there. I'll definitely play that. I haven't played Omori, but I've seen some videos on it, and Undertale is just like top tier, so those types of games are great. Replicating PS1 graphics. I just got done playing a game from 2006, so graphics aren't too much of an issue for me, but I know it's a thing for a lot of people. Yeah, some like my favorite games, a lot of them are from the N64. Good old Banjo-Kazooie. I really don't like that most games nowadays, they sacrifice so much gameplay just to have insane graphics. Like I don't want that. Like I could care so much less. Like if the game isn't fun, I don't care how good it looks. Like unless that's the point of the game, stuff like Journey or what was that? What's that other one? I just googled it the other day. There's another game that was just kind of like an art walk basically. Those, it's just like, yeah, the whole gameplay is the art, so it makes sense. Oh, dang. Yeah, that looks like a really nice start. It's a lot better than my house and my game. Actually, I could just pull up, like, the pitiful amount of work I've done this week. Actually, do you want me to pull this up on stream? Like, I don't have to, but I just... Actually, I don't even know if there's an easy way to. Everyone can kind of click on it on their own, but... Let me see if I can load up mine. I like having progress updates on stream as well, just like little ones, because I don't have a great way to show videos normally. Or like I don't know the easy GIF making websites. I should just get familiar with one of them. Simple something. Stationary camera, learning about models and materials. Materials are something I've never understood. So that would definitely be a learning process. Models I don't know much about either, but I at least know what a model is. Your Share X app, create GIFs on the fly. Gotcha, good to know. I might have to look into it. Oh, okay, well I guess I'll pull it up later. Ended up finding a match. Quick queues though, not complaining. Not complaining. Because that one wasn't super quick, but it was still definitely on the faster end. That's weird. You have like Drakash, Mudred, Barnshee, and then you got Broccolum, Tyrannac, Tort. I think that Drakash is gonna be the biggest issue. Oh, yeah, I think Drakash is gonna be the biggest issue. Mudred's up there too, but if I ban Drakash, he might not ban Saipat, which is kind of the goal. Like the team. The team is a lot of fun. It's just I'm glad that Bully got buffed. I still kind of wish they'd go a different direction with it, or just make it so that the more statuses you do, them if you have two statuses, that it does more damage. I still think 20% damage for one status and 40% for two. I don't think that's outrageous. I think it would be cool and fun. And I think that would really push Grandpa a little bit higher in where it wants to be. I think most people are still putting it in like C tier or D tier. It's definitely below the curve. Bro, I'm just talking about the Grandpa. Why you gotta do that? But I do think that Grandpa has potential on a team like this. At least on like Venom Spread in general. Because it's able to punish those toxics that would normally wall the strategy. So it's really valuable. Really nice. At Mudred, and he's got decent counters to multiple things. I think I'm actually going to start with picking the Chromion. Chromion can at least scare off Barnshee. He doesn't probably know that my Chromion is 0 speed. Even if he does, I do have like a Tesla Prison harmful play. It's a speedy Tardy Rush. It's got some amount of speed, not insane. The Roller's kind of the Tem that's out of place on this team. It just combos so well with Obi and Chromion that I just leave it there. It's also nice for Sparkling Bullet synergy. But in general, it's just there for... Ugh. Ugh. Yuck, yuck, yuck. In general, it's just there for like mid-range teams or something when I need a pivot. I found the most use in just having something to swap into crystals because toxics can't hit crystals well. And so Roller's really just been for that purpose, not much else. Okay, I think Tortonite's going to be the biggest issue left. Because Tortonite can counter both Inky and Orphle. Gonna grab Inky. Because chances are, or my plan turn one is to actually just double into the Mudred slot. Yeah. This is just not a Roller game. He's got too many... He's got multiple mentals, natures, and even Tyrannac, which can cancel out his trait and stuff, so that's just not it. Jot, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Jot, Joda, I'm not really sure which one, but Jody Healer, Jotty Healer. Appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you so much. You know, I actually took it down, but I think. Oh no, I was gonna say I thought we were getting close to 400, but it looks like we're still quite a bit away. I think a lot of people or unfollowed as soon as I was streaming a lot less, which is fair enough. I don't blame anyone for doing that. I don't. What's gonna stop? Like, I don't know how much damage a toxic ink would do to this Mudred. Gnome Dolph, hello, welcome. Good to see you. How you doing? Am I gonna get it off? I do. I mean, this is 4x resists, but funny enough, that still kills. The toxic tick would have taken it down anyways. Ooh, Windburst. That's not enough. I'm a bulky Chromion. Sorry, bud. All right, now with Mudred gone, Inky is very valuable, like incredibly valuable. He has to take down Chromion. I'll throw a harmful, and then I'm just gonna swap to Inky. Like, I'll get holds off. Doing good. Glad to see you're still checking in on the game. Yeah, I don't have anything against Temtem. I still love this game so much. It'll always hold a place in my heart. Oh my goodness. That did a lot more than I thought. Kill, 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 kill. No, 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 no. Double, 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 double. It's just that this game isn't like super sustainable. It's not going to be as popular as it has been in the past ever again. And so I will definitely get as much joy as I can out of it. But I'm not. It's not just. Plus, it's still my choice of game to play, like when I'm available and playing something. That's just not very often anymore. Darn, he does swap in Brockle. Please be Marathonist for no reason at all. Double swap. Canceling out his trait for me, so kind. I mean, I just swap out Inky here and bring it back in later. I now have Paizo up. I guess I just kind of sack Psypat here. It really doesn't do a whole lot. I mean, I could bring in 2-wire as well, but I'd rather not. You still think Marathonist Brocklem is crazy underrated? I don't think that's the case at all. I think that camouflage is just too insane of a trait. And I think you can very easily get a 3-turn rotation on Broccolem. I've never really looked at Broccolem and thought, yeah, I wish this had more stam. That's never been my problem with Broccolem. My biggest problem was actually that it was slow, and so I put speed in it, and then that was some of my most fun Broccolem games. You can run it with full bulk, first aid kit, bark shield, and just spam 25 plus stam costing moves all game. That's only if you get ignored, though. Like, you still have, like, do you see the thing's weakness chart? Why would you accept that when you could instead just not be weak to half of the entire type chart? or half the entire damage types, because you can practically counter all physical Tems. There's a lot of them. So I said maybe Arvile's better. Not sure which of the two is best. The first aid is almost always going to proc after Bark Shield. His defenses are good enough to where it's going to take a lot of time to kill. I'd love to see somebody have success with it. I do like Broccolum. I don't see that ever being the play. So unfortunately, I am going to neutralize myself as well as the two opponents here. He played well getting into this endgame. Problem is that even 2-wire will really punish the remaining, whichever one of these two is left standing in this endgame. Yeah, that Paizo just kills anyways, so. You might try and put your money where your mouth is. Yep, good luck. Prove me wrong. Love to see it. Yeah, Barney just doesn't have enough left in it to finish out this game. Used with old vitamin complex and kept buffing it on accident. That you did. Good times. 7up, hello, good to see you. How's it going? Ooh, it did seem a little bit bulkier. It did take that Faraday cage pretty well. I think it was a slower Barn she meant to get time split value. Because it did time split me, but it undersped my prio, so it doesn't help it out at all then. Not in Legend yet. Well, we sure got one heck of a win streak. It's better than last stream, actually. It's kind of nuts. I think we were like 7-3 last stream. I mean, things could go downhill very quickly at any point. It's not like this team is invincible. It's got its flaws for sure. But it's fun. And I mean, there's something else about this team is it does have a little bit of surprise value. It does catch people off guard. Like, people don't expect a bulky Chromion. They're like, oh, I gotta double into Chromion and kill it. But he ended up, like, last game, I got hit with, what was it, the Crystal Dust and the Windburst. And I didn't die. If he Soil Steamed, I would have died, but he went for the faster move, wanting to knock me out before Chromion even gets to move. And that, unfortunately for him, was not the play. But he couldn't really know that. Because there's not a lot of crazy people out there willing to run a slow Chromion. And then he had to waste an extra turn to kill it because Digi was so strong against his team. And Digi and Toxic together, honestly. And then also just like if you catch people off guard with the Venom spread, and it's not like everyone knows that I'm running a Toxic Ink Psypat. Like that Toxic Ink gets so much value on the stupid thing. What do I think about Minotaur? I think there's enough crystals in the meta that Minotaur is going to struggle. Minotaur is one of those Tems where it almost forces a specific lead out of your opponent. So if your opponent is completely playing around having a favorable lead, Minotaur is really good at countering that. So stuff like sleep teams with Lowaddle and Pocus, like besides the fact that Minotaur completely counters them by being immune to sleep and hitting them for super effective, it just has speed which can kind of put their strategy down. And stuff like if people are running a crystal type but don't want to bring it, like those teams that have Chimerian. Like, the Chimerian is so common. If Chimerian is like the only crystal type on a team, you can just bring Minotaur as well as a Tolkien and really have success that way as well. But stuff like Xenarith or Tortonite, which we've seen quite a bit today, Inky. All those other crystals will really shut down and survive a hit from the the other slot, and Minotaur won't be as threatening, and most of the time you won't want to pick it. And Minotaur is also a time where if you don't pick it on lead, it doesn't do nearly as much for you. Ooh, Logain. I didn't know he was still around. Good to see he's still playing. I wonder how many games he's at this season. See, I don't think he's in the top 3. Maybe he's just starting now. Wanted to let things settle a little bit. But look, we got a Minotaur. Brings my Chromion. Okay. He's got multiple tomes that can counter Inky, so Inky's not safe by any means. In my opinion, it's looking like a Ban Gazuma pick, like, 2-wire and Snake game. Especially since I do have Sharp Leaf on my Snake, I can kill the Gario after its turns are up. However, I am putting myself at risk. A Soil Steam will probably do about 60% of Orphil's health when neutralized. Caught Logain quite a few times earlier this season. Oh, really? That's good to know. I hadn't seen him much at all, so I had no idea. Now, my team's actually still relatively weak to Electric, so Minotaur's looking a bit scary still. There's also the chance where if I ban it, he might not ban my Inky, which I think will be good against his Sandby and his Platamus, but also really bad against the other two, so it's kind of a horse apiece. But I think I still got to ban the Minotaur just because I want to play Bird. He's going to have to... He's going to have to waste water. Or no, I guess he doesn't have to. That's why he banned the Psypat, so he's not forced into picking that lead. I want Grandpa for sure. Probably going to grab the Obi as well. But I really don't like this, how this one's turning out already. What would I have done if he banned Inky, picked Minotaur, since I had first ban? I was actually picking this lead specifically for Minotaur. I was just trying to Nox Bomb Faraday Cage it, and that would have knocked it out. So that would have been optimal. I'll probably regret that. I'll probably definitely. What engine am I using? I'm using Godot. It's, from what I heard, it's simpler. And it seems pretty easy to use as well, which is nice. You used it like 5 years ago. It's pretty clean. Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels nice. I haven't had any problems with it so far, which is cool. It's just a learning process. A lot more visual coding tools. I haven't used any of those. Oh, yikes. Is that War Drum? No, it's not. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't use Soil Steam there. He's even got Gravel Bag. That would have taken me out for sure. Now I gotta hope that I'm faster than his Hazrat, which I don't know if I am because he used Prio turn 1. But he is double screen. Rip Gario. There is its own script language, yes. Oh no, I'm seized. I was so confident in killing the Gario, I didn't even consider that the whole seized would actually prevent my slingshot from working, and so I wouldn't kill it. Ah, shoot. That was not in the plan. This is like my favorite song right now, by the way. Secrets. It was like the secret boss song from Cassette Beast that I didn't even know was in the base game. Should have Hypno? You're right. I should have. Yeah, this is not optimal. Come on, be a base speed Wolfie. Darn. Yeah, that kills me at 4x resist for sure. Yeah, this game's I don't win here. Tyrannox too much of an issue. Yeah, I mean, there's like a minimal oh, it's not a max speed Wolfie. It just happened to outspeed me earlier. Oh, no, it is. It just went for the Obi instead. That's surprising. I feel like Obi's not the problem here. Interesting. Oh, it's frightening Tyrannac? Okay. Wasn't expecting that one. I mean, it doesn't matter. I still lose. Unless he doesn't have Meteor Swarm, but he definitely does. Yeah, the whole slingshot problem on Orphill is really what caused the... I can't believe that lost me the game. Because that's what took my 2-wire from 100 to 0, was that Aqua Stone that I did not think I was going to have to take. Like, the two statuses everyone forgets about. Isolate and Seized. I've been using Isolate intentionally. But Seized is not something I really think about much, unless it's like disabling Reactive Vial with Golzy. Or even like, I've thought about it with disabling Adrenaline Shot a few times. But never with Slingshot to give him just enough health. He wasn't even doing it intentionally. He was just trying to take out my Orphle as fast as possible, and he still could have knocked it out turn 1 anyways. I don't know what I would have done in a parallel universe where I would have made different decisions. Tyrannax still would have been a huge problem in the end. I didn't have a whole lot of resources to deal with it. Because he banned out one of my Toxics, took out Orphle, which is my other Toxic, and Saipat, which is one of my harder hitting Tems like neutrally, was also knocked out. If I could have got the hold off on Inky earlier, maybe something. No, that would have even been tough. I'm just trying to think. I really can't. I don't see any lines to winning that. He had a really good lead counter to me. What did he pick? Did I pick first? Did I pick Tuire first? I don't even remember. I think no, he picked first and he picked Gario, right? I wasn't able to just pick Orphle. I think I could have lived a Lava Wave. It would have been really close. Kind of curious. Let's see. Because my Orphle is calced to live a max attack Feather Gatling from a 2-Vine, which is only like 70 some, like 78 base attack or something, or maybe it's like 81. Oh man, it's like 2 health off from living a Lava Wave from a max attack Hazard. I might have to look at changing that. That's so close and so painful. Oh, Mueller. Alright, good luck, have fun. This team doesn't look great either. Looks like most of this team can outspeed and keep up with damage as well. Mueller new to the game? I think he's been around for like a couple patches. Maybe since like 1.5, maybe even 1.4. He's definitely newer though, for sure. That team, it doesn't seem like. It looks like almost a variation of one of my teams. I guess not particularly, but they banned out Grandpa's. That's a good play by him. Because Grandpa's my neutral damage. Oh, Luma and Umbras. I guess I didn't even pay attention to that. Good point there. I think he's just been playing a lot, but I could be wrong. I only really recognized from when he started popping into streams more. We'll ban the Chromions so that Gazuma's less of an issue. Right. That's a thing. There's also this Time Lord guy. I don't remember the name. That I think that's somebody who changed his name. Only noobs use Luma's numbers. I've got the Lumas. I turn them on. I mean, it's about the only thing you can go for in this game. We'll see if he's got bait on the Gazuma. If he doesn't, I double into it. He's very weak to digital, so if he can't break... So if I can manage on the lead, I might have a decent chance. He definitely bans Saipat here, though. Well, maybe not. I would ban Saipat here. Because Saipat's the only thing that I have left that can actually really threaten his Acronox. It's also the only thing that really threatens his Auhi. I don't know how speedy his Saipat is. I'm assuming this is one of the faster ones that'll probably outspeed my Inky, which sucks. But what can you do? If I can get it when Nicho's down, that'll help. Still not foolproof though. Yeah. Once again, not picking a Rolder. I don't know. Like Mudred would be like the better pick here, but I don't have any mentals. So it sucks. I don't really want to play a Mudred without any mentals. It just sounds like a bad idea. Morale boosting whip. Alright, we're gambling. We're gambling. Slow Gazuma. Slow Gazuma. Slow Gazuma. Ooh, that's going to be really close. I think it's going to live on like 7%. 6%. I have Straw Shield, so it could be worse. This is one of his bigger threats down, though. Like, Gazmo was what counters Saipat, Orphil, and Chromion the worst. He's still got Amphitheater, which I'm surprised didn't come in, honestly. Like, I have a fast turbine, but I'm -1, and this is an Auhi, so there's no way I'm getting it off. He's not going to poison move me this turn. So this is my best chance to get a hold off on Saipat. He's gonna Soil Steam the Chromion slot. I could have reset to like wipe the fake beard on one of them if I was so confident that I wasn't going to outspeed. But I wanted to give it a try at least. Alright. His only... I mean, I could swap into his own Saipat. I'm not worried about that, though. We're going for it. I think this play is just fine. I can take a Psywave, and I'll outspeed Auhi next turn. Problem would be if he's got like an Amphitheater with significant speed invest. He can outspeed me with a Plague. He stayed in. Whew, that would not have been my guess. It's a little on the bulkier side. Sting Psywave? It's got to be Sting Psywave. Yeah. That's okay. I messed up. I needed to bring in Inky here. I needed to be confident enough that my Chromion would outspeed the Acronox. I just made my choice too fast with microwaves because I would have had synergy microwaves. I didn't think about that. And then I could have used Sparkling Bullet on the Auhi. I don't think I would have died to the Fiery Soul Sting. And then I would have had my Orphill for Amphitheater and Psypat in the back, which would have been more than enough. But now Orphill probably dies to Fiery Soul Sting, almost certainly. And even if I do take out the Acronox here, it's probably just too late. I'm a little surprised he didn't stay in and Sting there, but that's okay. He should use Nicho on Orphill, probably. Unless he was only swapping in Psypat to get Nicho up and he swaps it out now. While he Fiery Souls the Orphill slot, just in case I was to swap in Inky. Which would also be a good play. Okay, he just covers. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got me there. Yeah, I didn't consider that. So I needed to swap. If I would have swapped, I would have been okay. Good play. Yeah, so he just outsped me. There's nothing I could have done there. This matchup was tough from the start. I maybe should have banned Acronox because that just caused too many issues for me. I don't remember what I banned. I really should refine this team a little bit more. Figure out what I can swap around to have a better chance. Shinobi tactics. And Halacho, hello, how's it going? Good to see you. How's it going? Pretty good. I mean, got a new team today. I've been playing it most of the week. It's been a lot of fun. We were on a pretty good win streak and then had a couple rough games in a row. It's hard to have a team that actually covers, like I haven't found a team that covers everything it needs to nowadays because there's just so many things that you have to prepare for in a match. GG's, yeah, for sure. You played that well. I probably should have banned your Acronox. I didn't pay attention to how badly it counters me after Grandpa was gone. So your Gazma living on a sliver. Ah, oh, it's tough. 2 weeks vacation right now? Oh, that's awesome. Doing anything fun? Or like going anywhere? And just kind of relaxing at home? Another match. Alright. Probably got like 2 more. Round it off at 10 as usual. Chaotico. Oh, my nemesis. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Gotta ban the Acronox because I guess it just ruins me. Don't have enough time for that? Have to study? Okay. I can never bring myself to study on vacation. It's tough. Exam period in like a month or so. Oh, best of luck to you. He's just gonna pick Zenarith now. Zenarith and Vental. After that, you'll be free. Oh, is that your summer vacation then? Like, end of April? Beginning of May sort of thing? Nice, nice. Is this your last year or you got more? Really, double crystal. I guess that's also pretty nasty. You got more? Okay, gotcha. Enjoy it while you can. Graduation life, a real job. It's got its perks, but it's also a lot different. Ban the Grandpa now. That's interesting. Inky will be super valuable if I can get rid of like Zenarith here. There are these 2. I'd basically be able to one-shot something every single turn. Once again though, another game where I just haven't picked Rolder at all. Haven't even thought about it. Inky can still win the trade against 2 Vine if played right. Normally it would be able to, but this is a physical Inky actually. So that's not happening. Not this time around. Should be in 3rd. Change your grades here in 2nd. For your grade. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I switched my major once as well, which put me behind quite a bit. No one's using Tatter anymore. Is it because it's become a gentleman's agreement not to use it, like Eerie Koish last season? In general, it's a gentleman's agreement, but it doesn't really exist, and I don't look down on I don't like fully respect people who use it. Like I don't mean that as like I disrespect them, but it's just kind of like, come on, you're better than this. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of luck of whether you see him or not. My guess is he's going to swap 2 Vine for Vent. Well, actually, I don't know what he's going to do. Because I want to Nisho the 2-Vine, but I don't know if he knows that. Too lazy to build another team, so you're still playing it. Yeah, I mean, like, I haven't run it all season, not once. Like, as soon as it was kind of announced as broken, I'm just like, I'm gonna try and find some ways to beat it. So right now I've got a team with a whole bunch of status infliction, so I can try and burn and toxic it to death. And I mean, before I'd tried, like, even with the Obi, I've got some like little reset shenanigans. So if you get a rage or a resilient up, I'd be able to. Should have thrown another Tesla. Oh, protector. That sucks. Ooh, Peck. You'll love to see it. This sucks. There's no point in using Tesla Prison. Tower's gonna be broken on any team you put it on, but is really not built for stall in your opinion. Yeah. Just a joke. You personally don't like to play against stall, you don't want to see it. Yeah, that's what I thought it was kind of directed at. Got the reset on the 2-Vine. Faster than the Zenith? Wasn't expecting that one. Wonder what he clicked. Ooh, predicting a swap too. That one hurts. Not sure why I would have swapped to Orphill there, but that was a really good turn for me. I wiped all the 2-Vines buffs, and I survived. I think this is game. I don't think he's got anything he can do against me now. You'll be lurking around. Sounds good. Have a good one. Appreciate it. Good to see you as well. Ooh, that damage. I can take this. Bulky Chromion. If I don't disrespect people who play Tatter, you'll disrespect them twice as much. Good to know. Thanks for doing a service. I don't like using. It's just you can play what you want. I'm not. If you're enjoying Tatter, I'm not gonna say anything against somebody who's enjoying it. That just sounds lame. This needs to be a double in on the OB. I mean, I'm fine with him not going after Obi. It works for me. Obi's got bush up. Yeah, I would have just swapped to Orphill. I would have burned him, and so his CPG would not have killed, and I would have just finished him off with the sharp stabs next turn. So GG. Back up to D3, D3. That double crystal was almost super bad, but I was able to get enough damage, and the reset turn really saved it for me. Hopefully we get the patch on Monday, so no more resilient Tatter. We can hope. Oh, that is whatever buttons I clicked. That was not right. Yeah, I mean, we've gotten like no word on when the patch is gonna be. Could be tomorrow, or well, I mean, could be Monday. Could be the next week. Could be 2 months from now. We don't even know what's gonna be included, really. I guess no, they did leak that. There's gonna be like the harmful changes. It was sent last Friday. Oh yikes, we got like 2 or 3 weeks left. Nintendo's always slow. Like even after they send it, it's usually about 2 weeks. So maybe we got maybe 1 week left. Okay, yeah, maybe 1 week then. But I mean, we can hope. Maybe Nintendo's got faster at their process. Okay. GG. I finally got you. You were on a good win streak against me. You've won like the last 6 matches. It's been fun to play against you. I feel sometimes like when it's later at night, it feels like we're the only 2 players left. You've got a really solid team too. It's tough. At least we have a patch in a week or so. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they're still patching the game. If they just drop the game completely, that would be really sad. Tournament games with Tattoo meta have been somewhat interesting to watch, gotta admit. I mean, I wanted to almost think of this meta kind of like the roller meta, but the roller meta was so much more fun. Because at least roller didn't nuke your entire team. It was pretty much a wall that could take... I mean, it could probably do almost half health on a neutral hit to most things. And it would be super fast and tanky, but Tatter doesn't even really need to do that. Roller did nuke your team, at least yours back then. Well, just don't run electrics and pretend that the Minotaur next to the roller doesn't exist. Come on, you should know how it goes. Or the crystal, yeah, I mean, your crystals are gonna die. Or anything this weak to earth. 1 stone ball, poof, gone. Roller couldn't set up, which is the big diff. Yeah. Yep. So this is like a worse roller meta, because I actually really enjoyed the roller meta. There was actually some fun strategy with trying to figure out how to beat it. I know one of my favorite strategies was actually a pairing of Auhi and Pocus. I would hallucination, like synergy hallucination, to trap them in, slow down, to put them to sleep, and then horror on the second turn. So they'd be trapped and slept, so they couldn't even swap. You'd have to side wake up, and you'd have to predict that that's what I'm doing. Because I could also just like gamma burst as well. So it was a really, really fun little combo. Didn't always work, because all you got to do is pair something that can hit mentals up next to it, and all of a sudden it fails. But I think I made him bulky enough to live like a hasty lunge from Rolder. I think that's actually how I originated on my Auhi spread. I think that's what it was calced for. Back on the good old days, to live a hasty lunge from Minotaur, to go with the hallucination strategy to take down Rolders. Oh, that's crazy. Ooga Booga Digiplayer. Yeah, I guess Rolder would still kind of nuke you there. You said the focus mates is that we were way more burned right now than in past metas. Even in past metas we're as broken as this one. It doesn't help that the meta change really hasn't happened yet. Like, even if people were trying, like, I mean, Platamus, Tolkien, Gazuma are all still on top. Mashuk's still up there. Like, I think most of us want like some bigger changes, and I'm glad they're finally listening and hopefully going to change some stuff. Like, we already know that they're going to remove Fiery Soul from Tolkien, but I hope that they change Platamus around too. I know that they did look at, or supposedly, one of the helpers did send in all of the patch notes sent in for the patch notes competition. So maybe we were able to spark some ideas in the balance team. Maybe Mustache Man will get around to changing some fun stuff, and then spark some interest in people. I mean, when I saw these patch notes, I did have a lot of ideas. Like Arachnite with Overclock, Aquastone change, Slingshot, Straw Shield, lots of good stuff. But Tataru just kind of shuts it all down too. And of course, like, even if you make the bad stuff good, the top tiers are still just a little too strong. You can't have such a good defensive type, have the best prio speed, and just a decent stats. Well, I guess Tolkien doesn't have a decent stat spread, but you know, in general. They're too well-rounded. Fun games recently paid me back for surprise freeze with the surprise V spread. Yeah, that's about how it goes. I mean, I've run this combo before. It's not completely new, but it definitely catches people off guard. Looks like next patch are really interesting PvP side. They're late. Yeah. Yeah. It does seem really interesting. I just hope that they actually follow through. If they only change like one thing, it's gonna be sad. I'll still probably play here and there, but it's just, you know, no, I'm not having 4-hour long Temtem streams every day of the week like I used to. You're out of all the Temtem news. What's new on the next patch? So next patch we have confirmed some changes to Digis, which I think is mainly just going to be another change to Harmful Microwave Synergy, which is generally going to be, or assumed to be, fire, so that you're stacking water weakness, and you're not covering that nearly as well. So Fire Chromion might come back. And then after that, and that's the mid-season patch. 1.7, where we were told that there is going to be like a bigger shake-up patch. I think they're going to look at priority distribution, turn 1, or like a 0-hold stab distribution, and they're going to remove Fiery Soul from Tolkien. That's what we know so far. So, I mean, it's great stuff. It's really late, but at least we're getting it. Not you either. You've been streaming 5 times a week for almost a year. Yeah. 4-hour Temtem drawing stream. I did debate on doing like a chill drawing stream for like concept arts for Project Mutant Grid, but I didn't want to reveal all of my concepts at once, so I decided against that. Plus, it would be really scuffed. Just so much MS Paint. Turn of the 7 Fire team? Who knows? Somebody call Rezo. New traits, tech, and gears. Was that confirmed? I think that's just kind of like generally in patches going forward. They're hoping to add more. I don't know. Why does it do that? I don't think I hope they continue adding new traits and tech. I don't even know if I like this solution to the Digi problem. The whole just change harmful microwave synergy. I feel like they just need another aggressive Digi move. Like I was saying, just add like an aquatic whirlwind equivalent for Digi types. Or maybe just make it 110 base power or something. But, you know, something to work with that would be really, really nice. Alright. The Cycrox has tinfoil hat. I'll grab the grandpa. No, I forgot what I was saying. I was saying something and then I just kind of blanked. Yeah, I mean, like, as far as gears go, I don't even know what they could add. Like, not a clue. So I hope they add something cool, but I feel like they should work on refining the gears we have first. Because we still have some, like, all those 20% damage reduction gears, maybe they should get a little boost. Maybe they should all be like 30%, like tinfoil hat. Like, I'm surprised we still don't see stuff like, oh, what's the item that heals you back up to full health and stamina but dooms you? Hopeless tonic. Well, we would never see that. Maybe they could change that item into something usable. Redirection device was a complete flop. Marbles. Let's remove marbles. You know, yeah, let's just like delete it. Maybe I might Chromion, okay. Orphil kind of wrecks everything. Almost other than, I mean, it still kind of destroys Tyrannek. It's not as much, but it does. We're just going to knock out Tyrannek because it's kind of the biggest threat left. Hopeless Tonic Volifuse stonks. Seen it a couple times. I mean, I really haven't seen it much at all. I mean, like, in my entire life, the Temtem lifespan, I've seen it a couple times. But those matches are few and far between. Seen Hopeless Mashuk. Why would you want to doom your own Mashuk? I guess healing it back to full health and stamina is kind of nice, because it is burning through both of those. I feel like it's just more consistent to run other options, though. They're going to click Doom, look out. I know. It's dangerous. I'm actually just going to double in on the Moments. Moments is a bigger issue because I can't threaten it with something like Inky. It's like Cracks I can. Oh, he swapped his Cycrox. I'm pretty sure this Volphy isn't Kaleidoscope, so I don't think I have to worry about that. That did less than I thought. I wasn't expecting it to do a lot, but I wasn't expecting it to do 0 damage. Okay, whatever. It just takes an extra turn. You set your Mashuk at +4 attack, +3 speed, or so get him in the back. Yeah, I can definitely see it. For sure. Oh, revitalize. Whatever. I mean, I just... Oh, he used it on the Wolf. Why? Use it on yourself, bud. I mean, I just beat him with one more combo, even if he did use it on himself, so it doesn't matter too much. Like, worst case scenario here is he plagues Grandpa and actually starts running me out of stamina. And he swapped out his Moments before he even got his trait to proc, so what does that even matter? His Volphy's got Tent? That's a new one. Jinx Whisper. Okay, bud. Love the creativity, not the execution as much. He swapped in the stupid moments again. He can't do anything to heal it. Oh no, the Dust Vortex. See, it was this guy that had the Hypoxia and Dust Vortex on his stall Taifu. Blows my mind. Couldn't be me. Overcooking? Yeah, I'd say. He swaps the Volphy back in. It would be a good set on a different team. You need Bark Shield. I'm pretty sure it's Leech Gaia and no Bark Shield. Like, this team would love Bark Shield if it was facing a physical team. That Hypoxia there? Who knows? Swap it on my grandpa for sure. Maybe he'll play grandpa. I don't know. His leech is down. I don't have to worry much. He'll probably Hypoxia. I don't think I'll die. I don't think I'm really worried. Safe retreat. Called your bluff. Why do you keep doing this, dude? Like, you're not actually getting any value. You're not healing him. You're not creating any space to work with. It's just sitting there. Okay, fine. I just don't know for sure if a Nox Bomb kills here. I'm gonna say it does though. Even if he swaps, I could care less. One thing I would have clicked other than Nox Bomb would have been Toxic Ink. But it kills, so yeah, we're good. This is just too tough of a matchup for him. Swap in your Cycrocs now. It's not energy drink Cycrocs. I know it's tinfoil hat from when we faced him earlier. But I mean, it reveals anyways. I've finally gotten better at actually checking if the item reveals or not. I don't know. Come on, Inky. Like, I really don't have any bad plays right now. I'm just so far ahead. 71 down to 32. One more will kill. Side spores, wake yourself up. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Orphan. Thing's so squishy, he'd actually have a better time just knocking it out. $34, 5.5%. It's not a lot. I just thought I'd take note of it just in case. It's gonna mineral hail. Wasn't sure if sharp stabs would kill. I figured they would, but you know. They just lose now. Oh, they lost from so much earlier on. I haven't even been really thinking a whole lot. I could have brought Grandpa back on the board and tried to get some value with Taser Inky and on the poison types with Bully and stuff. It's just a really tough matchup for him. I'll let him have Orphill though. I don't have anything I could do anyways, but he can have it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, is just the computer off play? No, he surrendered. GG. Oh man, somehow we ended up at the same exact win ratio as last week. Well, that is going to be the last one for me today. I'm going to like get out of the cave so I don't spawn a whole bunch of encounters that I'll feel tempted to do. Nice Pookie pants. Yeah, they were pretty good. Alright, I'll share the code on stream. There's the code if anyone cares. 7 and 3 might not even be net positive. It's probably not. It's probably not. Let's see. And then one thing I did want to do was show off the little progress I made in the game. It wasn't a whole lot. I honestly have not made a lot of progress on the game this week. I've been too busy playing TFT. It's been so much fun, and I'm not going to deny myself having fun to play or to work on the game. So I got a little title screen. It sucks. Like, I can't actually click on the start button. It doesn't do anything. But if I press spacebar, then it lets me in. So like then it's just the same starting spot as I was at last week. Not a whole lot has changed here. But I made it so you can walk into the house. But then you don't go into the right spot. And then you can leave the house, but you still don't go to the right spot. So that's kind of where I'm struggling right now. And I'm going to have to figure out how it works. Because I finally got the scene transition code working. But beyond that, it's tough. So, I mean, it's good progress, yeah. I'm happy with it. But let's just delete that. But it's just like, I'm still so far off. Which, I mean, it's fine. I'll try and get some more work on it done next week. Alright, we gotta draw Temtem from memory, though. So, what you got, Kip? My drawing skills have improved minusculely since the last time. Let me see if I can pull it up. Window. Actually, no, I've been doing it on the other one, haven't I? Is it the internet tab? I think it's this one. Do. Please work. It's not working. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it just hates me. Like I don't like MS Paint doesn't really register as any of the defaults in OBS. It's not a game. It's not really a specific anything else either. Application. All right. We'll just have to do a display capture, I guess. I'll move the chat over here so you guys don't have to see that. All right, Waspine. You just do something with the start function when loading a new scene to move the player. The problem is the position function. I'm having a hard time setting the position of the player in the new scene. I don't know why, but on my player node, it doesn't seem to register the position, and the global position is even worse of a situation. Don't have a clue. No, I mean, like, Waspine's not a simple one. I mean, we got kind of like a circle head. I think we've got some. Oh, I need an even darker gray. Yeah, it's dark gray. I think it's got like tennis ball like features. And then it's kind of got its like eyes over here. All right. Pretty sure it's like got some pink, like darker reddish pink feelers, just kind of like a little droop at the end. Little drumstick feelers. Full odds Luma 2i from Park. Really? Congratulations. That's kind of insane. I haven't done a Park in a while, but the fact that it pays off for you is nuts. Really, congrats. Giant Pigapec snout. No, she's just not it. No, it's just like I don't even know what its back really looks like. Like I've never looked much at a Waspine behind. The extent of it is that I know it's got a crystal on its butt. Start off with something like that. Pretty sure it's got like some like supposed to be like cloth on its sides, like a royal outfit of some kind, because Waspine's the queen. We'll just draw the butt crystal now. And we'll like accent it a little bit. Boom, boom. Oh, you can't even see that. It's so dark. Whatever. We'll make it black so you can see it. Doing a lot of parks lately? Stats are a little meh. Dude, it's a 2i. Yeah, you know, that can happen sometimes. Um, I think that there's like a larger kind of like white part towards the end on each of these. This looks like a toenail or something. And then I think there's like a little orb. Hmm. Does Waspine also have the little kind of like claw things like mix? I thought this was like a mix thing, but maybe it's a Waspine thing too. That looks about right. I feel like it's still missing something on its face, but I don't know what that would be. Maybe it's like a little buggy nose. I think it was something like this. It's little teeth. I don't think that's the right color, but we'll leave it there so it sticks out a little. I feel like it's got some arms too. I think they actually go like down. Well, maybe. I can't really tell. I don't think it uses its arms to attack at all. I'm pretty sure like most of its like melee attacks is just it does like a 180 and flips its little flip flappers and uses those. I feel like it's definitely something missing something on its back too. I don't know. Is it just like some generic like digital streaks like Digistreak? Yes. Yes, Digistreak. Maybe it goes all the way up. It's like looks like a badger sort of streak thing. Yes, this is a very even line. As you can tell, my hand is very focused. It's able to not move. I have a really fancy drawing pad here. It's totally not my mouse pad. Oh, I know you guys can't even see anything because it's like the entire screen. That doesn't matter. Who cares? Magnamon, when you load into another scene, is it the same player object or a new one? It's a different one. I don't think you I haven't figured out a way you could use the same one. I don't think there's any reason to anyways. It's just like visually it has to give off the feeling. She's a different song. Forgot you guys can that pops up on your screen. Does it have feet too? It might have little feet too. Here's if you're gonna have information saved on it. I'm not gonna have like any fancy outfits, like design or anything. And I mean, I feel like the player information only needs to matter for switching scenes to like a battle. So as long as I don't have any battles indoors, it shouldn't. Well, no. I can add a different uh, node for storing information and then pull it up from there. What am I drawing? I'm trying to draw a Waspine from memory. It's one of my channel point redeems. This is to draw a Temtem from memory. I am not an artist by any means. It's just meant for like some little goofy fun. So yeah, it's supposed to be a Waspine, but it doesn't. It definitely doesn't look great. It's all from memory, so it's just like if I'm missing something obvious, it's just because I don't remember it. I did. I do think I just remember it's got like a fluffy coat around its neck. That helps it look a lot better. Yeah, that helps a lot. It's good practice. Move information to a different scene. Yeah, I would move it to an independent node, which I would then pull it to that scene and have it relate to the player thing. So it wouldn't actually be part of the player node itself. It would be part of a different one, and the player node would just pull information from that one, and that one would be one that transfers. But I appreciate the tips because use all the ones I can get. I think this is going to be it for Waspy, I'm not really sure what else I could add. We'll have like a K. Ooh, that's not a good brown. If I make it darker or lighter, I don't know which is better. Yeah, probably darker is better. This looks like the middle stage. What's it missing? I don't even know. Like what does it have on its back? I feel like I actually have everything else relatively okay. I mean, like I don't know if there's some design on the butt before it turns into a crystal. I feel like the head's okay. I feel like the little draping things are okay. Give him a chubby friend. Yeah, I mean we can do that. Little chubby friend. You know, I looked at Chubby for so long because he's literally our like club mascot, or at least he used to be, and yet I couldn't even tell you what the guy looked like off of memory. Not that I've really looked at that in a long time, because every time I draw those eyes, it looks like a pig snout. Is it kind of like droopier eyes? Does that help? No, not really. Yes, Chubby. This does not look like a Chubby at all. I think the Waspine's better than the Chubby. This is disappointing. The other thing is you don't see Chubbies in battle. like ever. So I don't really get to see it that way. He's got a little thing sticking out of his butt too. It's kind of like an energy port or something. Can we make that even lighter? Is this part supposed to be yellow? Probably. I think it is supposed to be yellow. Well, it's definitely chubby. I'll give it that. It's huge. Is it standing on two legs with a thing that resembles a bee on its behind? Like a stinger and yellow black thing. Chubby doesn't do anything in battle. Energy port? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's so goofy, but that's what we're here for. Alright. Oh! Oh, come on, now you worked? Thanks. So it showed up in the end after all. I shouldn't complain too much. Let me save it first. Why is it not showing up? Well, this is sad. I may have lost, like, my Temtem folder. I don't know where it is. Oh, I had them all under my streaming folder. I would not have guessed that. It's been so long. Alright. There's no, like, quick way to do this. It'd be nice if there was. Plus an image. Look for waspine. Okay. Might want to keep this one on the archives. Probably. I don't. Nobody show this to Pars. Alright, official Temtem wiki. Waspine. I guess it does have like a bumblebee butt. It does have legs and hands though, so it's not like I was entirely wrong, even though it doesn't use them. I guess it was blue, not white on the drapes. Wouldn't have really guessed that. And it doesn't really have anything on its back. It's just got more of a butt. And the chubby, I forgot Chubby's little mane, and I forgot his feelers too. He's just like a little empty. Okay, you know what? Chubby was like really off. Hey, I did get. You see, he does have a butt on a report on his butt. I'm telling you. Oh, oh, there we go. All right, but testing, testing, testing. Ugh. I did not. So I actually didn't mute myself, but uh, Discord or OBS deletes my mic sometimes, and so I have to add a new mic like source into that scene, and so it just I don't know. It just doesn't like me. Cute platypet. Yeah, I mean, it's just a plush. You can actually still buy them. I think I got it on sale for like 20 bucks. It looks pretty cute. I like the thing. Oh, it's low. How about now? Is that any? I don't know. Testing, 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 testing. Is this better? I feel like it's a lot louder now. Okay. Yeah. I mean, hopefully I don't. I'll fix that later. I mean, it's been a long stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. I was right. I was gonna go raid. Collector sometimes plays Temtem, not really anymore, but you know, I've been kind of supporting him as a streamer, so we'll head over and raid. Maybe stop by, say hi. You definitely don't have to stick around if you don't want to, though. He's playing some TFT though, and TFT has honestly been a ton of fun. So, if you haven't played or heard of TFT before, I'd maybe at least like look into it. It is completely free. It's just a fun strategy game. So if you like turn-based stuff, it's like auto chess if you guys know what that is. So that's all I got today. I thank you all so much for watching. Remember, if anyone's interested in following my game development journey, then you can check out my Discord link, which is on my Twitch main channel. But yeah, it's gonna be all today. Come back soon. I'm gonna try and continue streaming once a week. I doubt I'll play it much more, I doubt I'll be able to stream much more. It's just because I'm mainly focusing my free time on developing the game. But maybe I'll do some other stuff. Like I might stream some TFT this season. It's pretty fun. So if you guys are interested in that, it might be something I'd do. But yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be all. So thank you all so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.